It's very kitschy, it's very over the top.
There is a party going on in your mouth, a party.
It wasn't chewy, it wasn't rubbery, it was just perfect.
I think that the focus there is really on the food.
Phenomenal. The chicken tandoori is my favorite there.
All just, I mean, out of the ballpark good.
Corporate Affairs Liaison, PATRICIA Gallagher MOSKOL, says you are cleared for landing at her favorite Broward Cafe. She gives it props for the consistent food and ultra-friendly staff, and touts an ambiance that will definitely appeal to aviation enthusiasts. It's in Fort Lauderdale and it's called Jet Runway Cafe.
Jet Runway Cafe is like a South Beach chic cafe located in Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport that if you can't make it down to Miami, you have it right here in Fort Lauderdale. Nobody expects to see what they do when they walk through the front doors. Everybody used to call it the hidden gem, but it's not so hidden anymore, so it's kind of getting out there. Me and Mitch, my partner, we do all the in-flight catering concierge services for all the private jets from Miami to Orlando and Nassau, Bahamas. A lot of people want us to open a restaurant at the Executive Airport. We were able to open this up, and not only do we cater to the aviation industry, but it kind of got out to the existing businesses around. It looks a little industrial, it's kind of hidden, but we're able to convert an existing hangar into a restaurant with floor-to-ceiling runway windows. And we kind of blended it together from a little eccentric to a little more modern, contemporary. And we worked with a designer. But with the food, we just good American comfort food, just breakfast, lunch. We don't do much advertising, but just word of mouth. It sounds silly, but Facebook's a big provider of helping us get the word out there and get the name out there. It's good to see a lot of new faces and brings in a good crowd.
What a find this is. How did you find it?
It is. I have to thank my husband. He calls me one day for lunch on a busy work day, and when I say busy, that's the key part, because I felt like I went away for that lunchtime. Yeah. It's you know, it's one of those places that I usually, when I'm very intense with my work and I'm always like, okay, I have to go back. Make sure you take your watch to this place, because time goes by and you'll be late back to work. It brought me back to my childhood. Growing up in Peru, traveling was, you know, it was an exclusivity for many of us as well. And the restaurant at the airport was the place where you got superb gourmet traditional food and great drinks. Nothing like, you know, airport food, our concept. Right. That day I had the Manhattan clam chowder, and I have to say it was rich. It was clammy. Wholesome, very clammy. That's the word. Just very clammy, potatoey. It was wonderful. I started with a raspberry iced tea. It was, you know, very, very fruity. It was a fun, fresh drink. And I had the shrimp po' boy. You had the roll of bread, which was nice and hot and crunchy. Then you have this bed of coleslaw on the bottom, which was cold. Then the shrimp just breaded to perfection. And then they have these fries that they make in the back, just good.
Those were good. The only thing that I had a problem with is that it's in a hangar basically. So in the sense that if you're driving, there's no sign that says, okay, pull in here. The way it was decorated and all that was nice. And it's soundproof, so you don't really hear the airplanes or the charters that are going by. I think anyone that's even remotely an aviation enthusiast would really, really enjoy going here.
Right.
But you don't have to be. It's not the prerequisite.
My father was in World War II in the Air Force, and
I
brought my father.
Oh, that was great.
How special. You see people coming off their jets, and then they're coming to eat, and then you start thinking, I wonder where they came from. And
sure.
I wonder who they are.
I wonder who they are.
My dad would love that place too, because he's an old World War II pilot. And like you said, all that glass around there, you got a panoramic view of that entire airport.
Which is great.
And we're not talking about Fort Lauderdale International Airport, we're talking about Executive Airport, which is where the cargo planes and the executive jets come in and so forth.
I had the mahi fish tacos, and it was a special, and it was recommended to me by the waitress. It was great. Presentation was excellent. The freshness of the mahi was superb, and the way there was, I think, guacamole as well. There was a salsa that was very, very nice.
I had the mahi tacos too, and like you said, the mahi was done perfectly. My only problem was they put the tacos on the bed of guacamole. By the time I got to the taco, it had soaked through, the guacamole had soaked through the curve in the shell.
See that?
And it fell apart.
See, now I don't think they did that with me. What they had done was they put the guacamole on the side.
But even
Absolutely.
so, the
Delicious.
flavors and
Yeah, it was-
I just sort of dipped it into the guacamole
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and oh boy,
Really good.
and plus the guacamole had a zip to it that you don't usually find.
Do you have the flatbread?
We did, yes,
did.
we did have the margarita
Margarita flatbread?
Yeah,
What'd you think
excellent. My wife does like flatbread and bruschetta and stuff like that, and she said, ooh,
Very nice and crunchy,
yeah. And then her salad.
of it? Salad has all kinds of nuts and...
Yeah, a little sweetness to it, but it had a bite. Again, everything is so fresh and so crunchy.
I was actually very impressed. The day that I went there, it was a busy lunch day. And I noticed that the owner was there, and he just started saying hello, and he was greeting everybody one by one by one. That really impressed me. Sure. My dessert was wonderful. I have a big sweet tooth, and I like everything actually. But the carrot cake was, the reason I liked it is because it was not too sweet.
Was it cream cheese frosting?
It was cream cheese frosting, yes, it was. I thought it was delicious, so.
Well, I went on a Saturday afternoon, so it was slow. That's probably the slowest day of the week for them. They were attentive, but not hanging over you. They were there when you needed them.
We closed down the place, yeah. Yeah, something else I wanted to mention that I've been there in other instances with my child is that they serve the kids' meal in a Frisbee, and your child gets to take the Frisbee.
Oh, no,
I thought that was ingenious.
Can
as
adults
well.
get that kid meal too?
You can get the Frisbee
You got to request
as well.
the Frisbee.
And you can get chocolate chip cookies too.
Well,
And
that
the-
was what I had. They were still warm,
Yeah.
and they were great. Both my stepson and I had it, and they were great.
Well, Patricia, Jet Runway Cafe was your selection. Sum it up for us.
It's a one-stop shop. You can, have a fun time business-wise, personal, and you can even have events at the hangar. So.
Good food, and again, if you're an aviation enthusiast, you're going to love this place.
I only wish I'd been able to go there for breakfast as well. And like you said, you could start there for breakfast and finish up late in the afternoon. You never have to leave.
You can take in the sights and sounds at Jet Runway Cafe, located at 5540 Northwest 21st Terrace in Fort Lauderdale, open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Saturday. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab for lunch without drinks is about $25.